The vast frontiers of science, and we're going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars and even far beyond.
How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the
Look for me
channel. How's it? Aloha, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goose too. It's
Keep recording.
Thanks. How's it? Aloha. It's Wednesday, March 5th. Oh gosh. Okay. It's Wednesday, so I gotta run off to Toastmasters, so it's not gonna behoove me to make this long at all. I should make it quick, short. And at the same time, oh man, outside it's blustery. It confuses me where it's like so much bluster and all this kind of stuff. And outside, it's very windy as well. That's a boom. I'm referring to the big speech, the joint session, which is both houses, Senate and House of the Congress session joint, and then the president speaks. And now this is like a thing. This is the first time Trump's second term he's doing it, and they made a big, seemingly, production of it because he prepared a big speech, because he did the shock and awe of basically Project 2025, all the little bullet points, and do them really fast because he can get away with it if you do everything at once and confuse us. I mean, they can't combat it. So that approach had him do a lot of stuff, and a lot of these things are unpopular, outrageous. Well, it depends on what point of view, unpopular. And some of them are even basically being contested as unconstitutional in court and blocked. So he had a lot of explaining to do, and a lot of bragging to do. And it was predicted, and that's what would happen. So he did a lot of, I did this, and I did this, and I did more in such and such time than the president's doing 4 years, and I did the most of everybody except for George. I'm greater than all the other presidents except for George Washington, who didn't do it. It's like, shut the hell up, man. It's like, explain why you did that. Explain how it's supposed to be good, or something like this. That's, something more appropriate. And then, of course, there was the big kick the president of Ukraine out of the White House and buddy up with Putin move. Now, that's a foreign policy that even Republicans are going, Putin's the enemy, buddy. What's the fuck's when you wake up? And then all kinds of weird stuff. So he addresses it in the speech in the sense of kind of bragging about it. I don't know how to... it's the longest... It made a record for the longest one of these types of speeches.
Please go.
This type of speech is kind of called the bully pulpit. It was explained to me by a history teacher. Because you're on the pulpit as a president speaking to the Congress, which is the lawmakers, and you're telling them what you want to do coming up. You're telling them what you want to do, which is basically telling them what laws to pass, like make it happen. It's almost like barking, like bully. You can't tell them what to do, but you can shove them to do it because you're saying this in public. That's why the bully pulpit is supposed to be a leverage of, see, I promised the American people. And when they say mandate, that's that's something you'd say after you have a landslide election. They weren't landslided in. The Republicans and Trump was not a landslide. It was a squeak And some of it, when you dig deep, is kind of dubious, but they won. They won the election. It wasn't fair and square. It was kind of like heavy, dubious, dirty politics, dirty pool. But anyways, they won. So now that they won, they're going to do their agenda. This is what they want to do. But Congress has to follow along. This is the way to say it in public, to push Congress. But they don't have to push them. They're both kind of just ever so slightly leaning towards, they can get a majority in anything. But the speech, from the bully pulpit aspect, it was just, my God, my head's broken. It was 2 hours long, and it was like the longest ever of that, and said that, and did I take notes on this stuff? It was big and I don't know what to say. It's just that. It's the effect. Now I know what Biden, in that debate where he failed in that debate, because Trump is just bam, 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 bam. Biden's looking at him going like, I can't believe you're saying that. It's like, this is not coherently. This is not what you do. It's like, what? It's so out of the norm that it's like, it's stupefying. That's what it is. And it's like, got plenty to say, but it's stupefying. It just makes you like, oh, what? You're just standing there like shocked. But anyways, so there is, I just got oodles of it, and I put in clips or whatever. And but there's this and that. And there's so much clips, and so at one point he
failure
gives this kid whose dream was to be a law enforcement Secret Service. So he appoints a child kid a official Secret Service officer. It's like, dang, what? It's like, okay, yeah, Elvis sort of did that with the FBI badge and Nixon. And, okay, the kid has cancer. So it's like, you have to feel empathy because he just got cancer. Okay, well, Secret Service badge flashing around. Feel better, kid. And then there was an adult soldier type. He's like wanted to be in West Point, so they pick out another guy from the crowd, and he's like, they pick him, they pre-chose, and there's this guy, and he's like, well, an outstanding young man there. His dream was to be in West Point. That's a tough school, West Point. Oh, turns out that he got him.
He is touching you.
Entrance into West Point via presidential decree. You're in West Point. It's like kind of giveaway, like game show giveaway style.
For improving learning outcomes.
That's
in
just
Asia.
Playing the crowd
Very well
stuff. Because there was a lot of, they mentioned that Zelenskyy sent him a letter because Zelenskyy is really working to make peace in Ukraine, and he's got to kowtow to, because he's up the creek in that position. And I forgot to mention that Trump, Putin takes two to tango. He said, bring him to the table. Peace talks. He wants to have the Nobel Peace Prize. He's thinking he's going to get the Nobel Peace Prize. He doesn't want peace in Ukraine for peace in Ukraine. He wants peace in Ukraine because he's going to be logging his Nobel Peace Prize. I'm going to get Nobel Peace Prize. And they keep talking that to themselves, so they're trying to push that. But Trump and Putin tango, takes two to tango. Well, I don't think I mentioned that they confiscated a yacht, a super gigantic yacht from an oligarch in Spain. They confiscated this oligarch yacht, just $1 billion luxury yacht. And it's called the Tango. It's the super luxury oligarch yacht, the Tango. What? Well, he probably wants it, you know what I mean? So, he said a lot of stuff. I mean, it was just head spinning, like, and then people approve it because I couldn't count if there was lies or whatever, but it's just little clips of. It's like Shakespeare said it in one of his plays that the something in the fury, the air, the boister, whatever, some shit. The fury. Stop interrupting. Well, I'm gonna have to interrupt because I'm gonna have to get. I can't say enough about it, and I can't say anything about it. That's all freaking flustered. But that speech. He's just laying down some more tracks for Project 2025. And towards the end, one more thing I'll say about that speech. All of a sudden, because he's reading it all, he starts off like this, and he's kind of riffing or doing the weave or whatever. But at the end, he's staying to the teleprompter, which is okay, because that's what speeches are pre-written, and they teleprompt it. But he's sticking to the teleprompter. And all of a sudden, the speech gets all inspirational, and I'm like hearing these words going, that's who wrote that? Yeah, somebody. He didn't write that. Somebody wrote that for sure. I mean, it sounds so well versed that it's like all of a sudden he's reading something that was written by AI, ChatGPT. Elon's like, you know what? I just printed this out from AI. Here's the speech for you. And he put up the teleprompter and he says blah 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 blah. I challenge you, if you do ChatGPT, to a inspirational presidential speech, write a couple minute inspirational speech on ChatGPT, and you'll have one too.
Nobody understands.
Nobody understands. It sounded like that. Anyways, Hawaii has news too, I think. Yeah. Oh, I gotta go pretty soon. Oh, look, swift and unrelenting. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, he's gonna be. It's a start and everything. I've just begun. Oh, and the Democrats had these little signs. Yeah, I will mention that. The Democrats, one guy stood up at the beginning. Old guy from Texas, black guy from Houston, no, Dallas, he's from Dallas, and he's shaking his cane going, yes, son of, I don't know what he said, I'm paraphrasing, you son of a, he's making some noise holding up his cane with a little gold handle, and this is like in the first minute, and they instantly got him. It's like, oh, here's Mike Johnson with his little hammer gavel. I'll say remove that man. We have sergeant at arms and remove that man. And they took the guy away. It's like this old guy that might have seen, like, all kinds of civil rights stuff, and he's like sitting there.
It makes no sense.
They got him. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, and it's all coming back. It's a flash. And the Republicans are in an audience with their little placards, like they're, I don't know, an auction. That's false. And then, I have another.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, enough. I have to make this short, and now it's not short. Oh, gosh. Okay, so Governor Green looks for common ground because, yeah, it's an unstoppable force, so everyone's trying to just make do with it. And volleyball. So the guys are friend request. Clay went up for a block. Oh, okay. Oh, so he's going to go back and... Oh, Clay's back in the team. Okay, that's what it is. But they won something. I'm just going by wins because, back in the day. Remember back in the day in 1989 when you want to relax? Just hang out in your class with the governor. Governor Wahe spends time with children at Wilcox and Lehui during Capitol Day for a tour of Kauai. Took the county. It was like, hey, look, I'm the governor. And then this is the crayons, and this is how I sign paper. very political cartoon. Not really, but sort of. That's not the cartoon. Okay, so what we're gonna do? Oh, there's so much stuff here. Mistreatment of Zelenskyy. Yup. Aid dismantling. They might bring it back. They're battling in the courts right now. This big rail system here is a mess. 10 billion. Let's do this one, I guess. Full best.
Not Alexis. Trump.
Is doing level best to clean up Biden's mess.
The prior administration left us over $35 trillion in debt in unpaid interest
Can you see?
unpaid interest of 1.6 trillion by unsustainably printing money out of thin air. Donald Trump is feverishly attempting to avert a financial disaster by eradicating government criminal waste, applying tariffs under unfair trade practices, returning our manufacturing sector and jobs, and bringing
Have we met?
no, and bringing revenue as our
I
old
don't understand.
system did for 123 years. He's also immediately ending the war in Ukraine to restore
I told her.
normal flows of remove inflation. Just a second, okay? Stop it. Immediately ending the war in Ukraine to restore economic flows and remove inflation. Our dollar will become stronger with greater purchasing power, and I believe tariff barrels will ultimately be borne by producers and buyers to keep market share, mostly not passed on to consumer. What? Mostly? The damage, however, is so severe already our financial markets are eroding into a 2-year drop of 80%. If an economy is not fixed, it will self-correct with a sledgehammer. Jean Dumoulin, Eva Beach. Thank you for bringing the letter. No. Jean, no. What the heck is this? If it's not fixed within a 2-year period, re-elections, the mid-elections, whatever. This is just lame. Criminal waste, right? Applying tariffs against unfair trade practices, returning our manufacturing sector jobs. Well, let me tell you something about the tariff thing a little bit. They think if they put big tariffs, it's punishing that country, which it isn't. And the thing is, it will be absorbed by the company in the U.S., and they do pass it on to the consumer. Don't tell me they don't. Not only that, they look at it like those places out there don't want to pay the tariff, so they'll start manufacturing inside the U.S. Yeah, but that will take years for them to start the factory up, and it's not really the sustainable thing. Oh, gotta go. Okay, so all kinds of bluster and fury, whatever the Shakespeare quote was, and anyways, gotta run. I hope this comes out. Well, this will probably be late. Sorry about that. But have a great aloha. Have a nice day for Wednesday.
Beside you.